Hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today at our Future Ready Application Summit. I'm Vishakha Arbet, Technical Architect at Microsoft Technology Center. I'm leading the business application portfolio at MTC. And today, what are we going to take a look at basically is the heart of Microsoft application portfolio for retail. So how we can actually take the journey of digitalization when it comes to the retail is the topic for the day. Now, let me just take you through the journey of the digitalization and what needs to be done when it comes to taking a step towards the retail digitalization and application development. As all of us are aware about the fact that we do have the silos of the data which is available with us right now. So basically, if I just talk about the retail as an industry, there are 500 millions of the data which is getting generated every single hour. So there are different channels that we collect the data from basically. So we do have legacy channels, which we call it as a point of sale transaction. Then along with that, we do have logs, which comes from the different transaction happening to the each and every store. On top of that, we do have the digital channels. Now the social media is something where different list of the advertisements are getting flowed, and how customers are interacting with respect to those advertisements is something getting collected every single second. And with the help of this data, what magic we can do is the question here. So now, as you could see on the screen, maximizing the value of the data is the primary need of the business. To have the data and to get the 360-degree view of your customer by analyzing the data is something that needs to be done. And this is exactly where Microsoft Cloud and AI-driven application under the Microsoft Cloud will able to help you to get Microsoft Customer 360 to be provided. On top of that, we do have automatically built custom reports. So you can leverage the capabilities under the Microsoft Cloud to leverage the reporting structure based on the data that we have. So Power BI is one of the very powerful tool that we can leverage to get the filtered and analytical data with respect to every single section of the organization that you are working on. Now moving towards the next step, basically elevate the shopping experience for customer. So now as we do have the data, if we do have the analytics based on the data, what we can leverage is the AI machine learning model to deliver the personalized result for each and every customer. And this is exactly what is the need of the business when it comes to the personalization and digitalization in this particular era. And as all of us are quite aware about the fact that the customer behavior is changing with respect to retail. People are really very comfortable when it comes to the digital platform to purchase. They are also equally required to have that personalized experience when they step into the store. So having the personalized elevated experience is the need of the business. And this is exactly where Microsoft Cloud would able to help you to provide different set of the platforms to go closer to your goal. And third one, which is definitely the most important pillar of our retail industry, which is build a real-time sustainable supply chain. So what we do have here is there are different applications which you can leverage. For example, Dynamics 365 e-commerce. With the help of all these applications, you can build your sustainable supply chain and to fill in the gap between your supply chain and to go the digitalization journey. What you can leverage is the platform, the no-code maker platform, which is Power Platform, to build a different set of applications to make sure that every vendor of yours is updating the data and the transaction every single point. It is moving from one stage to another stage. And this is exactly where I would say Microsoft Cloud will able to help you to get closer to the digitalization journey. Last but not the least, when I say that, okay, we do have the data, we do have the AI, we do have the analytics based on the data. So to acting on those analytics and to leverage all these capabilities for actual customer interaction is something that is very required. And to do that, what we can do is we can leverage the teams to connect with the facilities in the real-time collaboration should happen. So every single store should be something that is a digitalized store where there are list of application to collaborate better. There are list of application to basically get the job done at the fastest. And there should be the list of application which will actually help your end customer to resolve their day-to-day basis issue when they actually step into the store. So this is exactly what is the steps and the requirement of the business when it comes to the digitalization journey. At the top, as you can see, there are four main pillars of our basically the retail industry digitalization. First of all, one is connecting the different silos of the data and the applications that we have, getting one single unified data at one single place. So, and based on that particular data, we can get the analytical reporting done. And this is exactly where the Power BI, Azure Synapse will able to help us, and then act on the data. So acting on the data is something where the digitalization and the application development should be rapid and fast to get into the journey and to stay into the journey. And these are the four main pillars of your digitalization and application development journey when it comes to the retail industry. So let me just show you the demo where you will get to see how we can actually leverage the Microsoft Cloud portfolio and how we can build the application very easily, how we can build the reporting very easily, and based on this reporting, how it will directly affect the revenue generation. Let's take an example of the wide world importers. They are the suppliers throughout the world. And if I'll just take an example where I'll see the org structure, where April, the chief executive officer, will able to see, okay, who all are the people who are working under her. And if she really wants to take a look at the reports and the graphs that every single part of the world, how they are doing in that particular area. In that case, what we can do is we can just navigate to the global chart, and there she'll able to see her top KPIs, talking about the revenue, marketing cost, total visitors. So along with that, the customer experience. So finding this particular charts and reports so handy would be very, very effective when it comes to actually taking an actions based on that. Now moving towards the next chart where she can actually just pinpoint the location and go deeper to that particular location's graph. So this is my Power BI report, as you could see here, where she'll able to see, okay, what are her top KPIs. So talking about the profit target, as you can see, the numbers are not that great at this point. When it comes to the revenue growth, she can see the number which is not also that great. Along with that, she does has the visibility to actually take a look into each and every month target. So this is how the Power BI report which can be built on top of the data which we have in the system. Along with that, we can actually get the unification of the data done and then leverage all that data directly into your Power BI application. So I'll be actually going and showing you how exactly all this architecture of the data would look like. So this is something the demo architecture for our retail scenario would be. So we do have the line of business, basically the cold path as well as the hot path, as you could see on the screen. So with respect to all the line of business data sources, we can capture the data, use Dynamics 365 customer insights along with the Microsoft Dataverse and Azure Synapse link, and transfer all the data which is coming from all your line of business to Azure Synapse Analytics. On top of that, we do have the connection for operational data sources. We can directly connect our operational data sources to our Azure Synapse Analytics. And at the bottom, as you could see, there are next to real-time and almost real-time data which will be constantly fetching from our social media channels, which will be our hot path with the help of basically IoT Hub, Event Hub. On top of that, we can also leverage the Azure Synapse links to link that particular data to your Azure Synapse Analytics. And at the moment your data is with Azure Synapse Analytics, you can leverage that data to actually build an application with the help of no-code platform development. So if you'll see at the right-hand side, we do have Power Apps, the mobile application, the web application. Along with that, we can leverage the Power BI, which we have just seen. All the Power BI reporting would be done based on this particular data. So let me just show you some hot path here. So this is our hot path channel. We can straight get the data from your social media and streaming data sources and pass the data to your Azure Synapse link. Once the data is with Synapse link, we can utilize the low-code, no-code development platform to build your mobile application, web application, and reporting to be done. Then we do also have the cold path, as we have seen earlier, where we can actually get the data from your line of business data sources, operational data sources, and we can directly connect those data sources with the help of Customer Insight and Microsoft Dataverse to Azure Synapse Link and leverage the low-code, no-code development platform to rapidly build application and get closer to the digitalization. Now, let me just quickly show you a second demo where we would be actually build an Power App application, which will help you to give the idea that, okay, how we can leverage the data which we have to create a personalized experience for customer. And trust me, all this application right now you are seeing are developed with respect to zero coding development knowledge. And this is why we called it as a no code maker application. So with respect to the store manager application, as you could see, you will get to create some alerts here, where we'll get to see the top three, basically what are the top three and four talk of the day. So today we have in store buy 3 get 1 free. There are few items which are out of stock. Along with that, what we can do is we can start a daily checklist as in store manager. So inside the retail business, you can have the number of the daily checklist component to check this shelf stock or to check on the cleaning and the sanitization, all of that. So if I'll just say, okay, this is my daily checklist, I'll just go ahead and safety glasses done, hand sanitizer thing done, and I'll mark it as a completed. So this is where the daily checklist task would be done. You can always customize it according to your requirement. And now if I really want to get a look at my customer list. So if I'll just say I want to get a look at the customer list and I want to go deeper into the Daniel's profile, you'll get to see that particular customer, what are the upcoming orders that those are there in the queue. So once I'll just go and say view profile, this is exactly where the client profile will open, where you can see all the KPIs that you might be having on the top. You can define it as per your requirement. On top of that, you will get to see the relationship and the family members that this particular customer has, based on which you can actually generate the personalized customer experience. And based on past purchases and all of that, you can actually recommend what are the top brands for this particular customer, what are the top products that she always goes for, and the top services that you can recommend. So this is exactly what the AI and the analytics provides. With the help of all the insights that we have from the data, you can actually generate the recommendation, you can collect the customer sentiment, and you can analyze the KPI. And based on these particular outputs, we can improve the customer experience. Not only that, I would also like to show you the customer insight part of it. This is something which is very, very important. So basically under the cross-sell section, you can see what are the different product that we can suggest to this particular customer and how this is particularly happening. We are getting the data from different channel and the system that we have, different data sources, and by unification of that data, we are utilizing the component of customer insight, and based on that, the output is something that we are leveraging under the Power Platform and Power App application. So this is exactly how you can build a very easy application based on the Power Platform component and leverage all your data which has been reside under one single platform and provide the maximum personalized experience to customer. And it will definitely take you to the next step of the digitalization and application development. Thank you.